Hello there wrestling fans, it's almost time for SummerSlam 2009, the biggest party of the summer. WWE kind of reinventing SummerSlam as the second biggest pay-per-view of the year, the biggest pay-per-view of the summer version of WrestleMania. I'm gonna watch it with a couple of friends, having a grill, watching on a big screen because it's a party. SummerSlam gotta be a summer party, even when you watch it yourself. Before I make any further progress about SummerSlam, which I will do about in 28 hours when I post a review of it, I want to get these news out because I'm gonna vanish for a while watching SummerSlam and kind of disappear from the face of YouTube because I don't want to get spoiled or something, and I just want to enjoy SummerSlam, focus 100%. And I also have to go to work because I have a life beside making videos for YouTube, believe it or not. And it's TNA introducing a tag team championship for the knockouts. I hesitate it could work on a long-term basis, but I love when they experiment. If it doesn't work, just relinquish the titles and blow them up. It doesn't have to be that big of a deal. If they fail, they could never try it again because all fans are gonna go, "Oh fuck TNA, that's a clusterfuck, that's what we know. You could never ever push women in tag team championship wrestling for tag team championship titles. Oh fuck Vince Russo, wah wah wah." Well, no, it's gonna sound like that if they fail, but I still love that they try. They take, it's not a risk they take. Let's try something. If it fails, it's not that big of a deal because, I mean, it's not like it's going to be the backbone of TNA that crumbles together if the tag team championship for women fails. And if it's come on, if any wrestling promotion organization in North America right now should try to promote a female tag team championship, it really isn't the WWE. They have just firmly started to establish two singles titles that are slowly progressing and doing better and better, but they have a lot of inexperienced females on TV compared to TNA. Plus WWE has just, thanks to having only one tag team titles for the males, now also starting to get a grooming and better tag team division for males, 5 to 6 tag teams, and for SummerSlam we're going to see Jericho and Big Show versus Crime Time in a very well put together storyline and hyped up match. So they are slowly starting to get their female wrestling and tag team wrestling together again, so it's not time for them to try. They don't have the material to do it. TNA is the place. They have like 15 knockouts or something. Not even every one of them are on TV. They have an abundance of knockouts, as it seems, because there is a lot of them, as I said, that's like Sojourner Bolt. You don't see her that often. Raka Khan, yeah, she was suspended for 60 days and will, when the wind blows over, probably be fired as of now. But still, there is an abundance of knockouts, and having a tag team championship for knockouts could make them more exposed, have them more on TV. And I don't think the TV time is the problem, because every week, more or less every week on Impact and more or less every TNA pay-per-view, what do we see? Yeah, we see 2 knockout matches. So the exposure isn't a problem here, the TV time isn't a problem, especially also since TNA allegedly, well, they will have another show. I believe it's decided that they have come to deals that they will produce yet another show. But whether it will be like TNA Epics or that it will be a parallel wrestling show to Wrestling Impact, the TNA Impact promoting their pay-per-views, I don't know yet. But if it is a sideshow to Impact, having weekly wrestling, they could have the help of that program as well to elevate this tag team championship, as they have more time for their talents on TV. So they really have the possibilities, but will it work? Historically, it's been never working that well. We haven't seen that many female tag team championship, and I guess there is a reason to why. Primarily, fans haven't cared that much about female wrestling, but in TNA's favor, they have actually established a female division right now that fans care about due to the females and the knockouts having strong characters, good matches, being very good wrestlers, up in your face. So fans care about the knockouts, and again, as I say, that's why TNA is the right place. Yet another reason why TNA is the right place for a tag team championship to be put in as an experiment. Because it is an experiment, and I love experimental things. Because if you never try anything new, you will never be able to succeed. Yeah, you could also fail. That's the backside of, that's the flip side of the coin. You could always fail, but you can succeed if you try new experiments. But if you never try anything, the product will stagnate and it will go nowhere. It will be kind of recycle everything. Everything will be recurring. You need to fresh up things, try new things, elevate divas, knockouts, male wrestlers. Because also one thing I see, the problem it might be with TNA right now is if they introduce a Knockouts Tag Team Championship, they have too many titles. You have the World Championship, it's going to be there, and the X Division, it should also be there, and the Knockouts Championship, it should be there. But other than that, you have the Legends title. It's not gonna stay there for very long more. We know that it's gonna vanish and disappear sooner or later. To me, the Legends title is just a storyline title to emphasize the Main Event Mafia, because it's their title. When Main Event Mafia disappears, eventually there will be no need for such a title. That's more an object of pride, that title, than an actual title. So it's based for a storyline. It will not be there forever. And you also have this IWGP Tag Team Championship, and I wonder why the hell are they still in TNA? Why? I could see why Dudley's brought them in, Team 3D, because it fit into the storyline with Beer Money, World Domination, the greatest tag team, and it really hyped that feud. But for fuck's sake, I don't care about the title. I mean, it's so boring. It has no connection with TNA. It has nothing to do with TNA, really. So, with all due respect for these titles, but they do not belong in TNA. So send them off, and I would rather actually see a Knockout Tag Team Championship try than to see these IWGP titles anymore. Because you have 2 tag team titles, you can have 3 tag team titles if they introduce these Knockouts titles. And it's the IWGP Tag Team titles that shouldn't be there, because they don't belong in TNA. TNA has their own tag team titles. Stick to them. That's the agenda I have. So really, people can claim that Vince Russo is an idiot. He's made stupid decisions, he's made good decisions, but what he's never afraid of is experimenting, trying new things, and seeing as the WWE Divas division is kind of low and weak and somewhat hollow at times, coming to talent and experience, TNA of course are going to utilize it and try everything that WWE does not do good. TNA is going to do everything they can to get over and say, hey, we succeed, WWE fails. That's what they have done with the tag teams. That's what done with the females, and that's their biggest success so far, because people actually know that TNA has a lot of tag teams and better tag team wrestlers and better female wrestlers, and that gains TNA a lot of respect from wrestling fans. So they're gonna try to get even more exposure from this advantage that they have. Maybe they're gonna bring in more knockouts. I don't know. They also have a lot of alliances among the knockouts, but they need to keep them, establish credible tag teams among the knockouts if they're gonna promote it properly. Not have these day by day, week by week alliances formed because we need some competitors, contenders, and challengers for the Knockout Tag Team Championship. Let's put these 2 women together just for this week. Not like that. But I don't think TNA will do it like that. So we'll have to wait and see. If it doesn't work, big deal, they at least tried it. They could, as I say, just throw the titles out the window. Maybe WWE will have a glow in their eye for TNA failing, but it's not going to be the end of the world. Thank you for watching, and be sure now to gear up for SummerSlam. I will, I'm so hyped, and you people have a nice day. And if you like my videos, feel free to subscribe. I get really happy when people do. Really happy. It's a great show of respect, and it's an honor, simply. Thank you for watching again. See you later.